Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to our series on Finishing Strong. I want to invite you to go back and check out our first two success strategies for personal growth, because today we're going to give you our final one for the week, and that is success strategy number 3. You want to know what it is, don't you? Well, good. That's why we're here, and I'm going to tell you. But first, let me give you a review on what we talked about for number 1 and number 2. If we're going to finish strong, we must first understand it's not too late, and this is a perfect time to start. So success strategy number 1 was get started now and use what's in your hand. Stop having excuses. Stop saying if you only had this, you would. No, girl, use what you have in your hand and get going right now. The world's waiting for you to show up. And today is the day. This is your season to shine, okay? Number 2, create a plan so you'll know where you're going, even if you're not sure how to get there. And when you create the plan, be sure to write it down. And don't just write it down and leave it in your journal. Girl, work it. Work it. Work it. Yes, girl, work your plan. Because action speaks louder than words. If you're going to get anywhere, you got to get moving. Work your plan. And here we are today. And thanks so much for coming back and for being here and joining us with success strategy number 3. Be consistent and be held accountable. Consistency is the key, and accountability will make sure you open the door. So as we take all 3 points, start now, start with what's in your hand, create a plan and work it, be consistent and have accountability. Allow me to share my story with you that will help remind you you are not alone, and the points I'm sharing, they really work. As you may or may not know, I was in an accident, and as a result of that accident, I had a long journey ahead of me to recover. And a part of my recovery was filled with, maybe it's over. Maybe I'm done. Maybe I've traveled and spoke and it's all the places I'm going to travel and speak in. Maybe I should find something else to do. Besides, I couldn't remember what it was I had actually done besides speaking. I didn't realize all the greatness that was really inside of me that I have been blessed to experience over the years. You're probably feeling that same way right now. You don't even realize all the greatness that's inside of you. Well, one day I woke up. I mean, I've been waking up every day, but this day was different. I woke up from the inside out, and I started realizing all that I was capable of doing. And I decided on that day that today was the day to start with what was in my hand. Even though there were a lot of things I couldn't remember, and there were still things that I couldn't do, I was still in a wheelchair, I still needed help everywhere I went, I still couldn't remember half the things I had done, I decided to just simply go with what was in my hand and start right there. And as I made that commitment to start, I got out my journal and I wrote down, here's how I'm going to do it. Here are the tools I need. Here are the people I need to connect with. Here's the end result of what I'd like to see happen. And I'm going to start, as we often say, tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm going to start tomorrow. I don't know why I put off for tomorrow what I could have done that day, but that's what I said. And the next day I woke up and I literally had forgotten that I'd written in my journal and what I said I was going to do. It was almost a week later when I remembered that I said I was going to start. And that wasn't abnormal. That was normal for me because I would say things and have the best intentions, but my brain would not hold on to that information. Perhaps you said you were going to start and you had the best intentions and something has kept you from starting. Can I just tell you it's not too late? Can I tell you that today is a great day to get started? And can I tell you that the world's waiting for you to show up? It wasn't until I got a message and someone emailed me and said, RJ, where are you? We need you. We need to hear from you. We need to see your smile. You're such a breath of fresh air. Why aren't you encouraging us? That I really woke up and decided today is the day to get started and use what's in my hand, to go back and review my plan, and now it's time to work it. And so I did. I started working my plan. And I worked it and worked it. I started coming online live, doing live videos and sharing and inspiring and encouraging people. Started getting coaching clients again, as well as speaking opportunities. And then I stopped. Like, I don't even know why. Like, just out of nowhere, I stopped showing up. You know what happened when I stopped showing up? People stopped showing up. Life kind of stopped showing up. And I was merely existing when I should have been living. And maybe you're there right now where you're just merely existing when it's really time for you to live. And once again, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Girl, what are you doing? Get up, get to it. And I have to say, there were people who came into my life who held me accountable. Amazing people who wanted to see me succeed, not just for me, but because they understood that what I had inside of me was the missing piece of the puzzle for someone else. It was people like Desiree Park, people like Ashley and Nick Nelson who said, RJ, get up, let's go. Girl, do what you gotta do. Just do it. It's something about being held accountable. And you know what I say accountability is? It's not being called out on your stuff. You see, none of these people called me out on my stuff. What they did was hold me up to my greatness. And because of that, I'm right here with you, understanding your struggle, knowing what you mean when you say the struggle is real. Girl, listen, I get it. I get it. And I want you to know you are not alone. And when I say this is the perfect time for you to get up, dust yourself off, when I say this is the perfect time to start, and to start now with what's in your hand and write that plan and then work it and be consistent and ask for accountability, girl, I mean it. This is a perfect time. You are the perfect person to finish 2020 strong. The question is, are you willing to press past your fear? Are you willing to eliminate your excuses? Are you willing to ask for help in the areas in which you cannot do it by yourself? And run your race and finish strong. When I ran the LA Marathon, when I walked the LA Marathon, everyone who I told I was in the marathon asked me one question. What place did you come in? And to their surprise, I told them I came in first place because my goal was to finish. And if I finished, that was first place. And I did finish. And I came in first place. It's time to finish and come in first place for 2020. You don't even have to do this alone, so you have absolutely no excuse. If you want someone to do it with you, it'd be my pleasure to hold you accountable to your greatness. And remember, holding you accountable to your greatness is not calling you out on your stuff, but it's holding you up to what's inside of you. There's greatness inside of you, and the world is waiting for you to show up. Let's go get it, girl. Together. You got this. I believe in you. I'm rooting for you, and the world's waiting for you to show up.